Okay, well, here we are. We are 10 minutes away from 10 o'clock, 10 minutes away from wrapping up our program here this morning on Power 97 FM.
Do we have to leave?
What a pity.
Imagine that.
Yes, but we do have to. But you know, before we go, we have a special guest, special invited guest with us.
That's right. And we can't end a Friday without hyping up the listeners.
Oh, that's right.
Close with a bang.
Yeah, man.
And in the studios with us today, we have the man, the one and only, Settinzz.
That's right. I like the name, man. Settinzz. Good morning, Settinzz.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Just
Good morning.
Just go closer to the mic.
Good morning.
And let's vibe. All right? Yeah.
Good morning.
Right.
Yeah.
You're cool like that. Just go into it. Just go in like.
Yeah, man.
Just let us know who you are, what you're about.
Well, good morning. First of all, it's Bududup Settinzz.
Oh.
People them that know what going on.
What's it called?
Bududup Settinzz. On Instagram, it's Bududup Settinzz if you want to find my name.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Bududup.
Yeah, man.
All right. I think I like the Bududup. You know what I mean? I'm funny like that. You know?
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, basically what you all want to know, what Settinzz, where Settinzz from and these things.
All of that.
Everything.
All of that.
Everything.
Alright, well, Settinzz living in St. Lucia, legally.
Mm-hmm.
But from Guyana.
Mm-hmm.
I came across the waters around 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And fall in love with the place right away. And see an opportunity for me to work on my music. Because I always wanted to work on music. But
Okay.
couldn't afford it.
Okay.
As I told you off air.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Even in Guyana, when you were there, you were thinking music. I want to
yeah,
work on
man,
music.
yeah,
I want
man.
to do music.
Yeah, man. Even, the whole of the GT know that.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay.
the places I go, they know well, Settinzz always want to do music, but we come from a poor family and a poor background.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really do the things we want to do, rather do the things that we need.
Yes.
Understood.
Well said.
Yeah, so I needed to come to St. Lucia, so I come in and do some engineering, open a workshop, architect,
Nice.
and do a lot of welding for almost everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And the money that I get working my hands,
Yeah.
I decided to start going to studios. First, I visit Ransom Records and did some work with him. And it's from there that man like play, and then man know Einik. Well, I used to go as Einik.
Einik.
Yeah, but then it was so conscious because the type of rhythms I started going on, and I started doing so much Batman music where, according to what the public would say as Batman music, but we just sing in reality, singing what we see.
What genre of music?
Dancehall
about
music.
to ask,
Dancehall music is the main genre Einik Settinzz into, but I really do have a box.
Okay.
You can catch me doing a reggae anytime. It's just the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And from we do a few tunes with Ransom, the public just say more tune.
Nice.
And the DJs them say more tune, and then we just start doing going to other studios, visiting other producers, and from there the thing gravitate into it. It have to be Settinzz now, because with the engineering and everything, everybody that know me, like right now if you go in your phone and it have a problem, it's Settinzz you're going to. So
That's a good one.
Yes,
yeah, and
absolutely.
everybody coming to me for either music or this welding, and I set in it.
Mm.
You understand? So we just run out with Settinzz, and since then
Yeah.
I love
it
that.
just take over.
Yeah. Really, really nice. Mm-hmm.
So Settinzz, you said you came to St. Lucia in 2012, thereabouts?
Yes.
You did engineering. At what point did you start going into the music? Do you remember the
Yeah,
year?
I remember exactly. The first year I entered Ransom Studio. The first year I entered Ransom Records. It was 2019.
All right.
After they had a thing they used to have an event called Solstice.
Yes, yes.
And a friend of mine, Infinite, big up yourself, another artist from Ancillary, invited me there, and I was just dropping some freestyle for KO.
Right.
And KO working with Ransom. So Ransom invited me to the studio, and we ended up do one song, but it ended up being 8 songs.
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Yeah. 8 songs of reggae.
One reggae-like song called Scream.
Right.
And just 7 dancehall songs.
Dancehall.
Because dancehall is basically my passion. I grew up listening to a lot of dancehall.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, so I fall in love with dancehall and my voice and everything. I try everything.
Okay.
But dancehall, say let's go.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Since you say your voice, your dancehall,
Yeah, man.
why don't we give a listen to what Settinzz is all about?
Yeah.
That's right.
It's good to look at it. So I make this kind of the hype life get up to them. Wow, wow. What have I done today? Why them want see the cops them arresting me? Because them can't get the best of me. What have I done today? I did bad mind and envy. And me them hate elegantly. Them have some small minds like elementary. But what have I done today? I do what's right so them can't drain the energy. Fake friends the one you elevate. Them bad mind every time them see you celebrate. Let us play now, don't cut it off.
So, Settinzz, I know you said that society or, just the listeners, the public would say that you sing bad man music.
Yeah.
I've listened to your song and positivity, basically, just speaking, like you said earlier, just speaking about life, things that you experience, things that you go through. How well do you take criticism? And I'll tell you why I asked that. Does it affect you, like criticism? How well do you take it? Does it affect you greatly, or you're not bothered by much that is said about you?
And I want it. Yeah, man. I accept it, I like it, I want it. We're artists, we need it.
That's great. Wow. All right.
And I asked that. I asked that because a lot of people change who they are, change the things that they want to do, especially artists, because of what critics say, what critics put out there. You said dancehall is your passion. That's what you always wanted to do. Do you find there's any artist in St. Lucia that you can collaborate with and do great dancehall hits with?
Yeah, man, only for them. But true to how the business set, we don't really mention the names them like this.
Okay.
Because when you mention the names them like this, if it don't really happen in dancehall music, I can't really say, but it's like a styling. That's what we call it. Like I would reach out to artists in the DM and stuff, but I wouldn't be afraid to say who I want to work with or who I'm willing to work with. So I'm willing to work with every artist, even the ones them that don't feel like they have a big platform. If you feel my platform bigger than you, you need a strength, just reach out to Settinzz. I never the man. And the ones them that above my platform that I reaching out to is humbleness making I reach out to the man them too. You see it? So that's all I can say.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Listening to your music has a nice sound to it, and I'm not sure if you mentioned it earlier, but who are the people behind your music?
Well, I have a lot of people behind my music. Well, when it comes to writing and meds in the music, is strictly 100% Settinzz.
Settinzz.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have producers, as I tell you, Ransom Records, and a lot of other producers I'm working with. You understand? And some M Records is another producer I'm working with.
What's it? M Records?
M Records.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a lot of other producers we're working with, but most of them men they are ready for the name to be called as yet because people will go and look into them, and if the work is so up, because we try and push a lot of art, a lot of producers, as I'm telling you.
Right.
Whilst we trying to bring up a lot of man with us too. So they have a lot of underground youths that you all don't know. But if we put the name out and people search them and they don't have the material to back, it can put your thing down too.
I totally understand
so
that.
we just keep these fellas on the ground, and then you will hear about them.
No problem.
Eventually.
People that coming up with Settinzz.
And I'll tell you what, usually we do our interviews from 9:30, sometimes even 9 o'clock.
Yes.
But we only had you for a very, very short while.
Yes.
We want to bring you back, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Well, it's a pleasure being here,
Yeah, man.
It's a pleasure being
Gosh, because there's so much that we can talk about.
Right.
Because you have how many songs you said recorded already? How many songs?
I have around 13 or 14 songs that is bouncing around the radio,
Wow.
But I have more than 50 tune them.
Wow.
Meaning
Like
50 songs.
If I could put a project out now. You understand? But I tell you, like, what I bring to the radio, because this thing is strategic.
Yeah.
And according to my manager.
Oh, your manager is here?
Yeah, that is Fine Art Productions.
Okay.
All right.
He deal with how we put music out. We have a lot of music, and we have some music that on our Instagram promoted to be released, and some girl tune and thing.
Okay.
And as I say, it's all strategic with music, because you don't want to overshadow your releases and stuff. You want people to, if it's 5 songs you want people to know them.
Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. Sounds like a man with a plan.
Let me tell you. Candy, listen and listen carefully. This man has come here with his cameraman,
Yeah.
which is the manager,
Yeah.
and he has a guy doing the lighting.
He can prepare.
Serious business.
No time for mediocrity with this man right
That's
here.
right.
And like he said, Settinzz.
Settinzz.
Once you need it good, once you need it working right, Settinzz.
Really good stuff.
I love
Like I
it.
said, we got to have you back.
Definitely.
No problem. Just set the date and everything, and we'll just show up and do it.
For sure. Because there's so much we ain't touched, man.
Yeah, man. Of
You know
course,
what I mean?
of course,
So
of course.
we definitely want to do this again. All right,
So
Settinzz?
we accept this man Morris's.
Yes,
Of
man.
course.
Respect you.
Thank you.
So any final words?
Well, the final words is I just want everybody just tune into the music, go on Instagram and locate Bududub Settinzz, follow the thing, like the thing, and just look out and listen. Who like, who don't like.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's alright. It's still good. It's still good.
All right.
Still good.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
All right. Take good care and good luck.
Okay.
And
Thank
of
you, sir.
course, like I said, we will invite you back here. All right?
Of course, sir. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Eye Candy.
So in closing for me, guys, I'm your girl Eye Candy, have been and will always be. I'm out.
Well, time for me to say goodbye too. But of course, we got the news coming up in just a few on Power 97 FM.
All right, thank you again.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it.